Good evening, welcome to Cardiff City TV.
Bolton, he'll shoot and he'll score! One in the area! And it's not, we did it!
Good morning, welcome to the Seven-Side Derby. Welcome to Cardiff City TV with myself, Ashley Jameson, alongside me here at a very sunny Ashton Gate. It's John Donovan, where Cardiff look to continue their strong start to the season with this first derby game of the 22-23 campaign and looking to vanquish, obviously, what was a really difficult campaign in these types of fixtures last year. JP, we've heard plenty over, not just over the years, but over recent weeks and months about what Cardiff need to do to get right this afternoon in games like this to be able to get over that hurdle. What are you looking for this afternoon?
Well, first of all, Ash, I'm optimistic, so I've just blagged my way down the tunnel without a press pass, so it's already a start of a good day. Steve Morrison talked about it in his press conference. It was nice to hear him say it does matter. It does matter, and he kind of played it down a little bit after the Derby losses last year, but he suggested that the Swansea loss last year affected him. It certainly affected me, it affected you, it affected the 2,000 fans who will be travelling today. I think Cardiff need to have that controlled emotion, which I don't think they've had for quite some time. We know the football, hopefully, will take care of itself. We've seen that through the first 4 or 5 games, but there has to be a level of desire to win that battle and earn the right to play. That's what I still think Derby Day is about. Football can evolve as much as you want, but you've got to earn the right to play and impose your game on the opposition on Derby Day. Bristol City had a fast start against Luton on Tuesday. Cardiff needs to be ready for that fast start tonight. It might be fire and brimstone the first 15-20 minutes, and the Bluebirds need to be up to it. In short, Ash, I just want the Bluebirds team to feel it as much as we do as fans.
Incidentally, we'll be hearing, as ever, from Steve Morrison in just a few minutes' time, actually, and he will be reflecting on many of the points that JP has mentioned there. So, team news then for this afternoon, and it's 4 changes for Steve Morrison heading into this afternoon, and they're changes we expected for the most part. We know such an unfortunate incident, obviously, early doors at the Hawthorns. Jamilu Collins now ruled out for the remainder of the campaign with that ACL injury. It's a huge opportunity for Joel Bagan coming in at left back there. There's a recall for Romain Sawyers coming in the middle of the park. We expected Cedric Kipre to come back into that back line. He does that, and there's also a recall for a man who used to call this place home in Callum O'Dowda, who's been electric to start this season. It's we're only a few weeks into the season, but it does look like Cardiff's strongest 11 at the moment, save for obviously that's such an unfortunate injury for Jamilu Collins.
Yeah, and tragic for him, and first of all, let's reflect on that. And again, Steve Morrison said he'll be back round the club with a smile on his face. He's now a big part of this club, the fans love him, and we wish him well on his recovery. Joel Bagan comes in. We know Joel Bagan is a very good player. He had a purple patch last year. I've mentioned the Swansea game already. I thought in the Swansea 4-0 loss, he looked a bit like a rabbit caught in the headlights.
Wasn't the only one.
He wasn't the only one, but he struggled that day, and he hasn't really had a chance to rebound back since. He's got the ability to play in that position. I think Cardiff probably needs strength in depth there now, and we need to look. But Joel Bagan, big day for him. But he's got to be assured by the fact he's got Callum O'Dowda in front of him. Callum O'Dowda, who played left back on Wednesday night, fantastic. I think Callum O'Dowda can coax him through this game. Not that Joel Bagan needs that. His ability is there, but in terms of a big occasion, his last derby didn't go to plan. I think Callum O'Dowda is going to be key, not just for his own individual game, but making sure that Joel Bagan feels comfortable in his own skin today. And I'm with you. I think Jamilu Collins aside, as the Bluebirds start to come out, Jamilu Collins aside, I think that's probably the Cardiff City's current strongest starting 11.
That's your Cardiff City starting 11 then for this afternoon, as promised. Let's have a quick listen to what Steve Morrison had to say yesterday.
Yeah, it's huge. We lost all 4 derbies last year. That can't happen. It shouldn't happen. So yeah, look, we know what it means, and we started that preparation today. And yeah, it's. I think we've sold out ours. They've sold over 20,000, so it's going to be one hell of an atmosphere, and yeah, it should be a really good occasion. It affected me after the Swansea loss here. because of the backlash from it. It was more, there wasn't a right thing to say after that game. What could you say? Because everything you said got absolutely torn apart. So yeah, look, it was a really disappointing. It was a disappointing part, that bit. It was a disappointing part of a job that we had to do, which was keep the team safe, and obviously that happened to happen in between it. I know it's not good losing a game, but the Bristol City loss was like one of the big turning points of the season, because I think we went off the back of that, and I think we then near enough got ourselves safe off the back of that, because we had a big turnaround after that. So it wasn't a good day, but it ended up being the catalyst for a run of positive results that we needed, and I think I was quite vocal about it at the time. But yeah, look, the Swansea one was tough. Like, it affected you mentally. It was the backlash for it was awful. And yeah, we need to make sure it don't happen again. What I don't like, the reason I get aggy about it, is because I think it's quite disrespectful to the players that are there, that who are putting their bodies on the line for this football club every day, right? So, and they're good players. Yeah, they're good players. They've scored goals at the levels they've played at. Haven't scored as many here. I get that, but you could be sitting there, and if I had Carl Grant, would you be asking me the same question? Or is it because of the personnel that you're asking me the question? That's what gets my goat. If ultimately someone comes up who can make us better in any position, I'll jump at the chance. If someone can give me a name, please feel free, because at the minute there isn't anybody. No one's come up who fits that bill at the minute. We're working incredibly hard. The recruitment team working incredibly hard. And when that happens, we're ready for it. Whether that's at left back now, whether that's in defence now, whether that's in midfield, whether that's up front. But at the minute, there's nothing that jumps off the page and says to you, oh, we need to go and get this person. We need to go and make that happen. We've had offers for people, and people have gone to other clubs, etc., which is going to happen. They're loans, but yeah, we just keep waiting and keep being patient. And I'm sure that if we create chances like we did against Birmingham, people will put the ball in the back of the net. If I gave Keon 10 headers at the back post like he did, he's mostly going to score more than he misses. If I give Max one-on-ones, he's going to score more than he misses. It's about everything. It's about stopping the ball going in the goal. It's about controlling the games with and without the ball. It's about creating chances, and when those chances come, was putting in the back of the net. I think if you actually look, I think Max has had 2 shots in 4 games. That's not down to him. It's down to everyone. Like, you don't just get the ball and just go on a run and just start having shots at. And I think it's a team thing. And I said, you look at the Birmingham game, we had 16 odd shots, didn't we? And could hold everyone accountable for not taking the chances on that day.
it's a different experience. Like obviously playing with fans. Last time I was here, it was COVID season, so there was no fans. So it's nice to see the fans. Obviously, like full stadium at home games, and it's good support away games as well. The manager's been very direct in the way that he wants to play football this season. I think he's given belief to a lot of the players, especially the players at the back, in terms of playing out from the back. And you saw that against West Brom the other day. How well we done in terms of being confident on the ball, and I think throughout the course of the season it will just get better and better. As an attacking player, you want to get on the ball and try and impact on the game. So the more control we have of possession, in theory, the more chances the attacking players get on the ball. So for me, is obviously positive, and we just got to stick together and keep believing in each other's abilities, and try and get the best out of each other. I've said before, it's been a unique journey. Obviously, I've been on loan to a few clubs. It's been difficult to settle, really. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely a massive opportunity this season to feel like this place is my home. And obviously, like I said, I've already been here before. I know a lot of the players. I know the manager well. So yeah, it's all set up to be hopefully a really positive season for me. I always felt like, out of all the loans that I've had, I always felt like Cardiff was the one I felt most comfortable in. And I think the stats proved that. I think I played them. Obviously, I didn't really get any injuries. I played the most games out of all the other loan spells. And I just felt like it would be a positive place to come. Obviously, Cardiff is a big club. Realistically, it's a Premier League club, Cardiff. So yeah, it's just about getting the club back where it belongs. I mean, obviously it's normal. Like, there's a lot of new players coming. We're all trying to gel together as a team, and I think over the next few games, like, the goals will just naturally come. I think performances have been positive as a team and individually, and the final thing, which is obviously the goals, will just come naturally, and I'm pretty sure over the next few games we'll start scoring more goals. Yeah, really exciting. I think my last game in this fixture, we won 1-0, I think, or maybe it might have even been 2-0. I've got good memories of the game, so I'm looking forward to, hopefully we can turn around what was a disappointing season last season, and we can get one back on them.
Top 5 in association with the Big Yellow Self-Storage Company.
Good turn away from Brian. Square ball to Pilkington on his right foot. What a goal! Anthony Pilkington from 25 yards has stunned Ashton Gate. Bristol City 2, Cardiff City 3.
Ian Derbyshire's side faced Portsmouth in a friendly in the 30-degree heat on Sunday the 14th, looking to build their match fitness ahead of the upcoming season. The first chance of the match fell to the home side as the centre forward hit the post. However, the Bluebirds soon had a chance of their own on the counter-attack as Zoe Atkins played through summer signing Rhian Oakley, who burst past the Portsmouth defenders, and her shot was well saved by the Portsmouth number 1. The home side had another chance to take an early lead, however a great block by Holly Smith prevented the centre forward from meeting a dangerous cross. On the 37th minute, Karen Chamberlain pulled off an incredible save to keep the score level. Karen Chamberlain continued her great performance into the second half, catching another dangerous shot from the Portsmouth number 31. The home side did have the ball in the net on the 57th minute, however it was ruled out for an offside. Pompey did take the lead late on after a quick counter-attack and an unlucky mix-up saw the ball going to the Bluebirds' net. In the 90th minute, City were unlucky not to go level after a great ball from Evie Hughes was well controlled by Phoebe Poole, who on the turn was just unable to convert. Full-time blue on the south coast and the Bluebirds narrowly lost in a very positive performance against strong opposition. Up next for Ian Derbyshire's side is a trip across the Severn to face Bristol City on Sunday the 21st. Ian Derbyshire's Bluebirds headed to Gloucester to face Forest Green in a pre-season friendly on Wednesday the 17th. The Bluebirds opened the scoring on the 13th minute after Danielle Green forced an own goal from the Forest Green defender. A wonder goal from Danielle Broadhurst doubled the Bluebirds' advantage just before half-time. Phoebe Poole was brought on at half-time and soon scored her first, after a good ball from Lily Billingham. Phoebe Poole got her second of the evening after meeting a rebound from Danielle Broadhurst's saved effort. Phoebe Poole got her hat-trick on the 65th minute after meeting Rhian Oakley's cross. Fionn Price got on the action after converting at the back post. Phoebe Poole rounded off her evening with a close-ranged effort, scoring her fourth in 28 minutes. Eliza Colley came off the bench and instantly put herself on the score sheet. Zoe Atkins challenged Danielle Broadhurst for goal of the match with a brilliant effort from outside the box. Zoe Atkins gave the Bluebirds their 10th on the 86th minute after meeting a deep cross from Sarah Watkins and lifting the ball over the keeper. Eliza Colley got her second and rounded off the scoring on the 89th minute. The Bluebirds secured a clinical victory as they continue their preparation for the new season.
Good evening, welcome to Cardiff City TV.